Um, a couple of things about meditation. So some of the basics, like sitting, is really important to know how to sit, when to sit. We talked a little bit about, morning and evening. But, up to you. When it fits into your schedule, make that be your best time to meditate. Because if you can't do it first thing in the morning, then do it when you have a lunch break, or do it whenever you can, even if it's just for 5 minutes.
Even before you go to bed, it's a good way to let go of it.
And I also think it's important where you meditate. I oftentimes meditate in bed, and I don't know if that's the best place, but I really like it there. It's one of my favorite places to be in the world. And so, it's a sacred space for me, and I really appreciate being there. But I also enjoy having an altar. And in most places I've lived, I've always had an altar where it's become my sacred space, that it's always been used just for meditation. I don't throw my books on there. I don't put notes on there. It's a clean space that has maybe flowers, maybe statues of, whoever I want to remember when I'm in my meditation. But consider it, this is a place that's going to radiate your aura. It's going to be a magnetic space for your energy. So whatever you put into it, that every day, you're sitting at this space and you want it to be clean. You maybe want to smudge it. You want to clean the space daily. Create your own sacred space in your home or outside, wherever you feel like, feels like a good space for you to meditate. And let it be consistent. Purify that area and let it be your consistent space to sit. Yeah. And then the consistency is one of the hardest parts of it. Really being consistent with it every day. Swami Shivananda, who we're practicing right now, the Shivananda Hatha Flow, based on Swami Shivananda's practice, and he says, I think right at the beginning of our book is a quote from him that says, "An ounce of practice is worth a ton of theory." And it's really about the consistency of practicing meditation. So like I said, even if it means doing a 5-minute practice at the end of your day or whenever you can, to try to stick it in consistently throughout your day. And there's so many things in life that we think that about, or that we are taught, just do this 5 minutes a day and you'll have stronger abs, or, whatever it is. It's like, there's all those things that come up in our lives. And but I do find that meditation shifts a bit. It becomes something that you don't have to do, but that you want to do and that you crave doing. And so it's not something that becomes a chore and a task. It really is a state of being. It's a state of mind that you take off of your mat and off of your seat into your life. You live in this state of meditation. You live in mindfulness. You're more aware of what you're doing day to day, moment to moment. You're living in a more present state. So think of it as less of a chore, as an assignment, but more of just a pleasure, something that you get to do, and something that, knowing that there will be a point, if not already, that you will so enjoy doing, and you will look forward to sitting. I can't wait to have silent meditations every year. I can't wait to go away for my 2 weeks of silence every year. I crave it. I really do. I want to go and just be in stillness and sit for as long as I can. And it's only because I've been doing it that the first time it was very daunting. It's like, I'm not going to, be quiet for that long. But sure enough, and that's why it is important to practice every day, because after you continue to do that, you work your way up and it feels more and more comfortable, and eventually you're just sitting and you're being, and you're not worried about what else or what you should be doing, or
And not judging yourself for how long you're sitting too. Dennis will always say, meditating for 1 minute is better than not meditating. So and sometimes I'll go to sit in meditation and 2 minutes later, okay, I'm done.
yeah.
And that's okay. Even just to sit, close your eyes, and listen to your breath. And it's only for 2 minutes. Sometimes wait for an hour. Just allowing yourself to have that space.
Well, one of the reasons it's so important is because we're really training the mind. It's like a sport. You're training your mind to pull back, you're reining in the mind. So it's got all these things going on, and it's kind of taken over our lives for the most part. And so we're taking time to just kind of draw it back in and to gently let the mind be quiet for a specific length of time. Maybe it is just 5 minutes, but we're giving it that space, and we're asking it. We're controlling the thoughts in the mind. We're controlling the breath to allow ourselves to control the thoughts in the mind. and we're choosing consciously to be less attached to those thoughts. And it's just a practice that as you do, you become more adept at doing. So you find that even out of meditation, you're not as attached to the things. Like something will pass through your mind and it's like, rather than getting all riled up about it or letting it take you into a tailspin about something like, oh, I said that to so-and-so and I really shouldn't have said it that way. And now she's going to think that I'm a bitch. And now and then she's going to go tell my friend that thinks already that I'm a bitch. And that's just going to make things worse. And, instead of spiraling yourself down, just, okay, I said that. I probably won't next time. Say it that way. And then it's gone. And it's just like the thoughts in the mind, they pass, and it's like, oh, yeah, and it's gone. So rather than holding on, rather than, that clinging, that we cling our toes to our mat, it's like, oh, I want to hold on to this because we think that we have control, and just let it go because you don't know what that person's going to say or do from there. You have no control from that moment on. So the ability to let go and by training the mind to detach, detaching from the fears and the thoughts and everything that comes up, just allow it to pass. And then one other thing just to mention about meditation that we've talked about from a technical standpoint, but the points of concentration, so the points of focus. Do you guys remember the 3 things that we offer as options for focus in our meditation? Breath, mantra, third eye or, focal point, so third eye or heart. And there are some schools of belief that really suggest that you choose your focus on either the heart or the third eye, and you stay with that for the rest of your life. And I think, cool, that's great if that's what resonates with you. But I've also met many people that always used to focus on their third eye, and then they switched to their heart, and they were like, oh, well, that works for me better. So it just really depends on who you are and where you are in your life, and maybe that changes for you as you change, as you evolve and grow, and your interests and your capacity to love becomes deeper. Maybe then your heart becomes your force of your point of focus for your concentration. Just kind of depends, so play with both, especially in this time for these 3 weeks. You have an opportunity to meditate every day. So play with focusing on your third eye, the energy of intuition, the energy of inner knowing and guidance, and or focus on your heart, which is energy of love and compassion and beauty and joy, like Lakshmi, like the smell that we have. So let's smell our hands one more time. Rub them together. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, opening up, expanding the energy of love from the heart out to the space around you, connecting to your own aura. And then inhaling deeply again. And as you exhale, open up above your chakras, expanding the heart out to the space, to each other, to this group, family, community. And then one more time, taking a deep breath in. And exhale, opening up, connecting to all beings, connecting to the entire universe and all that exists that is us and within us. Taking the hands to the heart. Closing the eyes and bowing the head gently. As we close our practice with the sound of Om. Just feeling the inner essence, the stillness within. And let that energy vibrate as it transitions into sound, taking an Om and 3 Shantis in peace. Inhaling together. The eyes stay closed. So just feel the vibration within. Feel the heart open to the spaciousness. Feel the mind relax and detach from our thoughts, from our emotions, at least for this moment. May we find presence through our practice, through our sitting and our asana. Let us come back to the state of present moment awareness with every breath. In gratitude for the stillness and the peace within. Namaste. Just know you already have everything you need to meditate, to find stillness, to be in that state of peacefulness, to respond in the way that you want to respond, to manage your life in the way that you want to manage it. So go forth and conquer, yogis.